I have this theory about F-Zero that I don't have. I have this theory about F-Zero that I don't have about most other Nintendo franchises, maybe outside of mainstream Mario games.
Yeah.
But I have it about Super Smash Brothers, and I think you share it, and it's that every subsequent entry is the best one.
Yeah.
People get pissy about differences in Brawl or whatever versus Melee or the new one versus, whatever.
Yeah.
However, that's fucking cool. However, I'll try standard. Don't even know what the go button is.
Oh, fucking. Mode 7.
Mode 7.
Check that shit out.
F-Zero is great. F-Zero X, really better. F-Zero GX, fucking miles better. Now, and F-Zero GX is the last console F-Zero game. Came out on the GameCube. Came out years ago. And they made like 2 after that. They made GP Legend and Climax. And Climax only came out in Japan. And both GP Legend and Climax were set in the universe of the anime, which is less good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So F-Zero GX on the GameCube is the last like main canon F-Zero game released. It's been like 14 years. F-Zero GX is still one of the best racing games I've ever played. I played it a couple of days ago. It's still unbelievably frustratingly hard. But like the presentation, the feel, the soundtrack is all incredible. The sense of speed is nauseating. The only game I can think of that comes close is Burnout Paradise, which is also a great game. But
getting remastered soon.
It's been out for a couple of months. I need to get it. Max has got it.
I can't remember this shit.
He says it's great. Honestly, Burnout Paradise, if they remastered it, the only thing I would really have wanted them to have done that they didn't do was like give it a better fucking soundtrack. It's got Paradise City by Guns N' Roses, which bangs.
Yeah.
It's got I Wanna Rock by Twisted Sister, which is great. It has
Too Much, Too Young, Too Fast.
Too Much, Too Young, Too Fast by Airborne, which is far from the best Airborne song, but not a bad song.
Probably like the most famous one, though.
It's the most famous one, for sure.
And it's got a couple Junkie XL songs. It's got a Junkie XL song.
A couple of Junkie XL songs. Fake It by Seether, but very heavy. All those songs, by the way, are those EA Tracks songs where they fucking edit everything out of them to make them not offensive.
I'll have another shoulder, but I can't see.
General says it hazardous to breathe. I'll have another shoulder, but I can't see. Tell me how you... It's got the Depeche Mode version of Route 66, which is a terrible choice. Let's see, what else?
It's got
Girlfriend by Avril
that
Lavigne.
was the next one I was going to say, yeah.
The soundtrack is really largely bad, because there's so much to the soundtrack, but most of it's bad. There's a Jimmy Eat World song in there. The soundtrack to this game, on the other hand, is just a succession of bangers.
It's good.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's amazing to me that F-Zero, anything pseudo 3D like this, it's amazing to me that it's still fun and good. Because I was talking to, I forget who I was talking to the other day about like how PlayStation 1, N64, that era, Atari Jaguar, like stuff that, like that early 3D stuff, Sega Saturn, so much of it is not good or fun to play now because it hasn't aged well because they were still figuring it out. But you go back just a little bit, a generation, Super Nintendo, Genesis, so much of that stuff is still so tight and good because they already had the formula figured out. So it ages great. And you can still go back and play PS2 stuff, and some of it's not great, but you can pick up the good PS2 games. I mean, Jak and Daxter, this stuff still feels good after all these years. But there's that weird gray area of early 3D. Not that all of it's bad, because it's not. But, like, I would much rather play Super Mario Sunshine than I would Super Mario 64, which I know some people is blasphemy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I also hate the N64 controller, though.
I don't hate the N64
I know you
controller,
don't.
and I would probably rather play Super Mario 64, not because I necessarily think it's a better game, but it's definitely a much faster game to get started.
Yeah.
Because Super Mario Sunshine has that long ass cutscene in the beginning that you can't skip.
Yeah.
But in a perfect world where we could skip that, I'd probably rather play Super Mario Sunshine.
I think Super Mario Sunshine is a very rewarding game. But granted, I'm bad at Super Mario 64.
Too hard.
It's too hard. And I fucking hate the N64 controller. I hate it.
It just makes sense to me, I don't know. Stockholm Syndrome.
I think it's mostly the stick.
I don't have any problem with the stick. Stick's the least of my worries.
Okay.
With the N64 controller.
All right, let's bump forward a generation.
Yeah.
PS2, Dreamcast, original Xbox, and GameCube. Worst controller.
Dreamcast.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I love the Dreamcast controller.
It's mainly the analog stick, which is just a hard plastic.
Yeah, the analog stick's uncomfortable. I think it works fine.
For me, anyways. I don't really care that, the
Nice.
cord is in a weird place or whatever. It's just the hard
The cord
plastic
is in a weird
analog
place,
stick.
but the only time that was ever really a problem for me was when it eventually, like, the cord fucking... Because, it's built... If you look at the back of the Dreamcast controller, the housing, like, behind where the memory cards, VMUs fit, there's a notch for the cord to fit in to fold it backwards.
Yep.
But if you do that long enough, Sand Ocean's cool. I love the backgrounds in F-Zero. Specifically, Deathwind. I would have a van painted with the background of Deathwind.
You talked to me about that before.
Ooh.
I don't think I like the GameCube controller as much as other people do.
I love the GameCube controller.
It's fine. I don't think it's that good. I'd rather use probably a PS2 or an Xbox controller.
Well, the PS2 controller is fucking incredible.
It's a classic design, which is why they fucking left it alone until the PS4, basically.
Yeah, they just
PS3. Honestly, the PS4 controller is better.
Yeah, PS4 controller is great.
Than PS2 and 3.
I also think the Xbox 360 controller is fantastic, except for the D-pad.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got great triggers.
I need to spend more time with the original Xbox controller. I don't like mine.
I have so many original Xbox controllers.
Mine is okay. The only thing I don't like about it is the...
I have a literal bucket of original Xbox controllers.
The only thing I don't like about my original Xbox controller is the analog stick is worn down to where it doesn't have nubs anymore, so it's just smooth.
Yeah.
Which, for whatever reason, feels weird to me.
Okay, so answer me this. PS2 controllers, have you ever encountered one where the sticks spin?
No.
Okay.
Only yours.
Yeah,
and
there's
Dylan's,
it's one that I think was Dylan's where the sticks spin, and I don't understand it. It mystifies me, and I would like to understand it, because it's not like it's broken, because I think both of them do it.
Yeah.
This is going to affect our tournament standing
It's
pretty
okay.
aggressively.
You're still
here.
doing good. Third place isn't bad.
Third place isn't bad, but it's not...
I'd like to try the Xbox One controller sometime. It looks like it's got a better D-pad.
I've used it. It's nice. I used it to play... Sam has one. I used it to play through some of Halo 5.
Okay.
Which is a blast, by the way.
Never played
The
it.
story's a mess, but it's a great reinvention of Halo.
Can't believe there's that many Halo games. I honestly forgot that 4 came out.
Yeah. 4's... I like 4.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, and we played it. I also remember when that came out because when I was trying to go to sleep at college, I fucking heard the noises of the
plasma
the
grenades.
ships, not the plasma grenades, like is it a ghost?
The ghosts.
The
yeah.
ghosts,
The
I think.
little
Yeah.
land speeder ass
Yeah,
motorcycle
I
thing.
heard the fucking noises of that all throughout the night.
When I first got Halo 3, we used to... Ooh, Dr. Stewart just hit me.
Fuck that guy.
We played so much Halo 3 together, like Sam and Zeke and I, that I would hear that shit when I was falling asleep. The plasma grenade whines. I would like get woken up from dreams by the plasma grenade noise. I loved Halo 3.
I didn't have an Xbox. I mean, obviously you know. I didn't have an Xbox 360 during that time.
I got it so much later. Here we go. Deathwind. God, look at that background.
Scary. I hate the skull.
And this actually does have a wind effect built in.
Yeah.
Which is cool. That, like, fucking
That is
forces
cool.
you around. It is amazing to me that, like, most racing games, I can't think of another... Some of the Outrun games, I guess, are kind of fun. But, like, most racing games on 16, especially 8-bit consoles, not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun. F-Zero is still fun. I love Mach Rider. It's bad. Mach Rider's got great music,
Yeah.
mostly.
I'd probably fuck with Rad Racer.
Yeah, I
I
can
don't
see
think
Rad
I
Racer.
have it, but
There's a copy of Red Racer at my place. It's
Yeah.
beans. We found, when she found all those consoles in that barn covered in mud that we managed to, like, somehow save most of. I got another working Sega CD out of that, actually.
That's
she
really
gave
cool.
to me. I have 2 working Sega CDs, and I think I might just have 3 working Sega CDs.
what do you think is the most attractive console?
The most physically attractive console.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna clown on you if your answer's unconventional.
No.
Just saying.
I really like the Model 1 Genesis, which I know you don't.
It's fine. It's just it's not what I think of when I think of.
I think the single most
The
attractive
Genesis.
console of... Yeah, you're a Genesis 2 guy. I think the single most attractive console ever is the original Fat PS2.
Really.
I think it's ugly, but it's like all the ridges and the matte black. I mean, the piano black PS3 is very attractive. The GameCube looks like a toy. The N64 looks like a gummy snack. The Super Nintendo looks like a toy. The NES is just a block, although elegant in its own way. The Master System looks like garbage.
I really don't like the way and see that's
The Master System looks like a building from Blade Runner.
That's what I think of when I see the Model 1 Genesis. I think of the Master System.
Oh, that's interesting.
But
The Genesis 1 to me looks like a component of I've got to be careful or I'm going to die.
yeah, be careful.
Ah, it's this fucking death-ass wind.
Ooh, oh, there you go. Not
Just
much.
a little.
I think the most attractive console for me is probably the.
Damn.
Ugh.
Oh, is this... It's not even going to let me...
Oh, you lost. That's not fair.
So it's not even going to let me progress?
Try again though. The original Fat PS3 I find very attractive.
Yeah, it is. It's an attractive console.
That probably has a lot to do with, it's what I wanted when I was younger.
Sure.
It was the console I most
You
lusted after.
You
Yeah.
coveted that PS3.
I did.
Much in the way the monks of Grandheim
Yes.
covet those crystals.
I coveted that original Fat PS3, and now I have one.
Yeah.
And it's good, and I love it, and I kiss it every day.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have the best PS3. You have the fucking PS2 hardware backwards compatible.
Yeah.
That's not an easy... It's 80 gigabytes. Not an easy PS3 to come across.
Yeah, it's easier now. I think it used to be harder in the past when people really wanted it, but I think you could pretty easily find one now. I mean, if you didn't want to pay... this one's probably like
I've replaced
around
my
$150.
I've replaced my scuffed up Rhino Liner late model PS3 with a piano black PS2 backwards compatible PS3 in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah. I think this one was about $150, which might seem like a lot, but I don't know. For what I wanted, that's a fine price, you know?
Well, it does a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember when, back in the day when those were harder to find, I'm more than willing to pay the price now, just, to get it easily.
Yeah. Something I think is fascinating about F-Zero, the original one, by the way, and also Maximum Velocity, one of the Game Boy sequels, is that the boost in this game is a single shot reward you get every lap, whereas in F-Zero X and F-Zero GX and GP Legend and Climax, the the boost is tied directly to your energy meter. So if you boost, it uses some of your energy.
Yeah.
So it's the same kind of strategic in that, like, if you're going to use a boost, you have to think about when you're going to use it as far as, like, how is this going to affect me later in the lap? Strictly from a getting past standpoint, like so, or more so than that, like, you know, is it going to throw me into a blind, dangerous curve or whatever? But, all right, I think that's passable.
Yeah, I think so too.
In X and GX, since it takes from your energy meter instead, you can boost a lot more.
Yeah.
But you have to be careful of how it affects. This is one of the best songs in the game. I also really love the background here too.
Boom, bum, bum,
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum. God damn. Such a gamer.
I don't really mean that. You're such a gamer.
I love to be a gamer. Damn, it feels good to be a gamer.
Damn, it feels good to be a gamer. Ooh, shit.
Oh, shit. I think I just fucking
Fuck you,
jumped over
Dr.
you.
Stewart.
Oop.
Yeah, damn it.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Turned into Alex. I don't like the SNES and Genesis as much as some people, and I feel weird about that, but in my head, when I try and think of really good SNES games that I'd like to play, not many games come to mind. And I'm not sure if that's... I mean, it's definitely because I there's... You know, haven't played a ton, but...
Donkey Kong Countries 1 through 2 and 3. Super Mario World 1 and 2.
I don't think I've ever played Super Mario World 2.
I have many times. It's really good.
And
it's so different.
And I know this is an opinion that not a lot of people have, but I'd rather play Super Mario Bros. 3 than Super Mario World.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I've just played Super Mario World so much.
I'm in a shitstorm here, my friend.
You're doing good, but you are in a rough spot. I've played Super Mario World so much that I'd rather play 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's such a thing as Super Mario World oversaturation. There's no way around it.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but now when I look at...
fucking kidding me?
Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna die.
Now when I look at Super Mario World 3... Or, sorry, that doesn't exist. Now when I look at Super Mario World, it's just like...
Oh, there it is. I really do love when it spins and it's like, you're fucking dead, my man.
Yeah, it is cool. But when I see that game now, it's just kind of like... I don't know.
I guess
it's like if somebody was like, "Hey, dude, do you want to listen to this super cool song, Stairway to Heaven?"
Yeah, I think Super Mario World might be the Stairway to Heaven of video games, but Super Mario World's still a fun mystery to me because I've still never beaten it. I've played it so many times, but I've never fucking...
I don't know if
I really should just take the fucking turn. I really should not try and do the shortcut. Fucks me up every time. I've never beaten it. I mean, I've for sure never beaten it the real way. I've gone Star Road and gotten close. It's fun to watch Dylan do it, where he just Star Roads and beats it real fast,
But, yeah, I definitely... Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and sort of 3 are definitely games I like.
Link to the Past.
And that's another one I'm like, it's fine.
I love Link to the Past.
And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if Zelda's fine.
Fair enough.
I like Wind Waker, even though I know that's a more linear game than some of the other ones.
Wind Waker's very good.
I like Wind Waker a lot. I don't know. Both Super Mario World and Link to the Past are games that I played a shit ton of on the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm kind of done with.
Sure. That makes perfect sense to me.
I don't know. Let me see. I've never played any of the Final Fantasy games on Super Nintendo.
I've only played 4 very briefly, emulated on a PSP in Japanese, so I have no fucking idea what was going on.
Oh, you're good, dude. I might try those sometime. I'm gonna try and think other SNES games. I like Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Never
I'm
played
shitty
it.
at it, but it's fun.
Okay, well, flip then. What about Genesis games?
I'll probably play any of the Sonic games, but those are pretty much givens.
If you had to pick between Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, which one would you pick? 3 and Knuckles, of course, being one unit.
3 and Knuckles.
3 and Knuckles is so goddamn good. It's the best.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, it just goes 3 and Knuckles, 2, 1.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, that's just, I don't know.
No,
that's common knowledge.
I agree. Anybody that says Sonic 2 is better than Sonic 3.
They're out of their goddamn
they're
gourd.
Fucking gourd.
No.
Just finish this.
Some other good Genesis
that was
games.
A mistake.
Oh boy, Kid Chameleon is a fun one. Comic Zone.
Comic Zone's great. It's so hard.
It's so fucking hard. But I'll always fuck with Comic Zone. Oh
God
shit.
damn it! I shouldn't have done that.
I'll always fuck with Comic Zone.
Right. This time I'm not gonna get greedy.
I believe in you. Shining Force is not a game series I'm super wild about, but it's nice. It's a Genesis classic.
Yeah. I never played Shining Force.
I only played it in like those compilations back in the day of Genesis games. What the hell else?
I'm trying to think. God, the first thing that came to my mind when I thought Genesis exclusive was like Decap Attack. That's not a good.
I don't like Decap Attack. It's not very fun.
I've never played it.
You don't need to. If I don't like it, I'm sure it'd just make you mad.
That sounds about right.
Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, all of them are fun.
Yeah.
The Shinobi games are fun.
Shinobi's cool.
Toe Jam and Earl.
Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkatron specifically.
I prefer Panic on Funkatron. I know people like the first one because it's like a cool roguelike. But frankly, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just play the platformer.
Yeah.
What else do we got? I haven't played this game in a million years, but I think the Ooze is fun.
I don't think I've ever played that one.
I played it on Game Tap a million years ago. It's a very Bogwater Boys
Game Tap
game. Yeah,
fucking Game Tap.
Yeah,
man.
Game Tap. I don't know, probably one of the only people that used that. I wonder how many subscribers Game Tap had at its zenith.
That's a good question. Because they had a lot of media going. It wasn't just all the games, too. I mean, they had...
Yeah, they had... I mean, it was sort of like a Netflix style where they had, like, Game Tap originals.
Yeah.
Which... They also even had Game Tap original games, which is what Sam and Max were back in the day.
Oh, man, that's right.
Those were Game Tap games. And that's a fucking buck wild thing to think about. The guys that make the Walking Dead video games... started out as guys that did Game Tap exclusive games.
Yeah.
But you got this. You're so good.
Just keep your fucking pants on. Don't screw this up. I would love if I could get a good enough looking tattoo of just the back sprite of this ship.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it would make for a very good tattoo.
Do you know what you could get? The Game Tap logo.
That's true.
I would fucking love it, dude.
Be all about it. Ooh, fucking sirens outside.
I'm doing this again. Jake. It's okay. You're done. You're good.
Alright, I made it. I almost got too greedy again. I think this math is going to shake out.
I think you got it.
God, I mean, the way the pseudo 3D works in this game is really cool.
I can't wait for the new WarioWare game.
What's that one called?
WarioWare Gold? I don't remember.
Neat.
Something. Comes out in August, I think. It's a collection of all the best ones.
Neat. So I got first on the first three. Second, just out of nowhere, on the fourth one.
Damn.
God, that's cool. And then third here.
It's okay.
Okay.
Good job.
So, what is that?
I think this is your result screen.
Because I can, like, click through them. Oh, I see. Third, fourth, first.
Wow, you beat my fucking records.
Yeah.
But you did beat my silence record.
No. Bitch. You'd say, okay, now we're getting it up.
Now you're getting into the fucking hard shit.
Port Town. God, I love F-Zero.
It's a good game.
All right, it is time you and I climbed into the twin bed that we share every night.
As the monks of... What's so late?
It's what time is
It's
it?
midnight.
On the dot?
Yeah, on the fucking dot.
All right. Right on.
Well, the monks of Grindheim are calling it here. We both have to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we gotta fucking kill
And
it.
let's just do a collective count here.
6. We're on our 6th. We're both on a 6.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, all right, 6 each.
So, we can return the 3. Mm-hmm. We can return the 3
We can
beers.
we can return the 3. I'm gonna take this one.
You just take all these. I don't want any of these.
All right.
What are you laughing?
No thing is the reason.